Okay, today I'm going to start some pea sprouts. And the kind I'm going to use is, as you can see the label here, they're called dun peas. Now these are not the kind of pea sprouts that normally you would use, because these peas are meant to spread out in a field and let them grow a little bit and then plow them under as a kind of a compost sort of thing. Now, the reason I got them is because they're meant as field peas. They're pretty cheap, so you get a whole bag of these things for like $5 or something like that. But I have tried them before, and for sprouts, they're pretty tasty. So let's put some in here. And what you want to do is you want to put just enough to nearly cover the bottom with one single layer. You don't want more. You don't want any more than that, because they do expand and then they start to grow. Now, the other thing you want to do is you want to have them warm enough in here so that they sprout well. And as you can see by my little thermometer, at least on this table, it's about 68 degrees. Now, I've got a little heater in this room. This is in my basement, and normally it's not very warm in here. But with this little heater, and I've got a little blanket that I put on the door, and it stays in here, as you can see, almost 70 degrees. So that's pretty good for pea sprouts. So what I'm going to do is just put a layer of water in here. Just put some water in here, not cover it up or anything, and let it sprout. It should sprout in a couple of days, and we'll come back when it does that. Okay, so here we are. Got a little bit of water in there. As you can see, some of these are floating a little bit. I wonder what that is. Looks like a sunflower seed. Some of these are floating a little bit, and some of them are down there. But there's not much water in here. Now, what this is, just so you know, this is pretty simple to do, and you can do this too. This is I think these went together. Maybe they didn't. But anyway, this is like a pastry container, and yeah, this didn't go together. What they were taped together. But this is a pastry container. I think we had some donuts in there or something we bought at the local store. So it's pretty cheap to do these, just with waste products. So anyway, rather than let them go to waste, I use them to plant sprouts in. So okay, we'll be back in a little bit when these start sprouting, and we'll see how they go. Well, here's the next day on those peas, and as you can see, they have swollen up, and you see the water level isn't there anymore. I need to put a little more water in it, because there's some that have popped up. They're above the first layer now, and I do need to keep them in the water too, but maybe I can spray them and keep them wet. But anyway, there it is. Well, it looks like today these have started to sprout. So it shouldn't be too much longer. Maybe about 5 more days we'll be able to harvest these. Okay. Well, today it looks like the sprouts are coming along just fine. Take a look at that. Boy, they are looking good. I think about another 3 or 4 days these will be ready to harvest. Okay, now today these are sprouting rather well. Let me take the lid off here so you can see them better. They're sprouting quite well, so I thought I'd put them in the lights up here to let them green up a little bit. It's looking good. Looking very, very good. Okay, there's a good shot of our pea sprouts. We'll probably be harvesting those tomorrow. And just now, I've got another one started here. I put some more water in this and threw some peas in there. So we'll have those sprouting pretty soon. Okay, now today, we're going to harvest these pea sprouts. Now, I'll look this up, but I think it takes about a week or 10 or 11 days from seed to go to this. Let me get a little close-up on this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? These are really nice. So let's show you how. I'm going to show you here how we harvest these. Now we've already washed these off, so we're not going to worry about that right now. But this is our little lettuce container that we usually put lettuce in. But To harvest these, you just take an ordinary old pair of good quality scissors, and let's from this side so you can see it. And all you do is cut them. And you don't want to have any seeds in there, so cut that off, and there you go. There are machines or things that you can buy if you're in business to harvest these, but since this is just somebody's kitchen, you know, a little bit of extra labor isn't really anything but annoying. But there you go. Now, another row here. Okay, notice that there's a, well, if you look in here, you'll find some peas that, here we go, there's a good example. There's a pea that has just started to sprout. So some of these sprout later than others, and the reason I'm pointing that out is if you take this back where your grow lights are and so forth, you'll grow another crop in here in the same little planting. So I might do that. But anyway, here's what we got. I'll show you. Look at that. And that was only 10 days. And these are great. These are great on salads or, you know, on sandwiches or putting them in soup or something. But we like to just put them in salads. They're really good. So I'm going to put this back downstairs. I've got another crop coming. But I'm going to put this back downstairs where we grow these. And I'm going to let another crop grow off of this and get another cutting in probably about 4 or 5 days. Grow some microgreens here, and what I've done is taken this old tub that I used to use, and I've used this before, and I've got some water in here now, and this is just tap water, and I put some bleach in it. So what I'm going to try to do here with this is to clean this out pretty good and use the bleach to disinfect everything. And then tomorrow I'll plant some peas in here and see how it goes. So what I did was I emptied this container, rinsed this matting out, and put a little bit of water in here. As you can see, there's a level here just above the matting. And now what we're going to do is put some peas in there. And this, I'll just do this right now. So there's these are done peas, they call it. These are a field pea. Okay, so that's probably good. Maybe hope that's not too many. Let's spread them around a little bit. Okay, so all right, now these should grow fairly nice. Now, this is the first day, so these should start sprouting in about 4 days, and we'll see how it goes. Well, it's the 3rd of November, and these are ready to harvest. Now, these are going to be tasty. Let me try one here. Let's see here. Whoop, whoop, I didn't mean to pull the whole thing, but anyway, try it. Yeah, very tasty. This is about how tall you want them when they're ready for harvesting. So there you go. So here's the pea sprouts. Now, as you can see, you can just take them, lift them right out of there. And there's the root mass. You can see it's all nice and clean. And what I'm going to do is kind of cut them like right across there and put them in the bowl here. Okay, so here's what we have here. Is a nice little bowl of greens, and they're quite sweet. They're really good. And I put that back in there. Now these will probably re-sprout. Some seeds germinate quick and some germinate slowly. So if I let this sit for a little while longer, they'll probably grow another crop like this that I can cut. So we'll just let that happen. Now see, you can do this with just about any kind of a container. For example, here's a yogurt container that you buy some yogurt in the store and you end up with this, but they're a whole plastic little container that you can reuse. And see, I've started another batch here, and I don't know, about 10 days these will be ready to go. So we'll have another batch. Now here's this other one. Let's see what happens to that one when we let it grow some more. Now this is just a couple of days after the haircut that I gave it, and you can see it's starting to grow back, so you can get a second harvest off of these. It sure looks that way. We'll give that one more day.